Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Big Pharma Strategy and Tactics Episode 5. So between last episode and this one, I let time pass a little bit, and we got our, that prickly cactus has come to fruition, and we got ourselves redacted Django Mist. Which comes with it a lovely antidepressant plus our triangular catalyst. So now we can start looking at doing something fancy. Also, we can look at antidepressants itself as a possible replacement level 1 cure, since, well, no one's going to be dealing with antidepressants for quite some time, and they pay decently well. What I really need to do is just take a look and see where the sweet spot is, because if we can hit the sweet spot with the antidepressants, we can make a level 1 gambit work for us. So what I'm going to do here, and it's also going to help with some of the other side effects, well, knowing is half the battle anyway, is we're going to do what I call just a direct feed. Sometimes it is worth your while to, if you have if you ever have like an industrial building that has an odd number of slots, and you got this just one slot that's never going to be useful for any production lines, just park an analyzer in front of it and feed it new ingredients. Now, in this particular case, this slot is eventually going to be useful for other production lines, but for the moment, I'm going to just use it as a feeder slot so we can take a look at this ingredient and find out the sweet spots and the hot spots. Speaking of figuring things out, I am going to want to take a look at getting ourselves another female contraceptive line, because we can fit one more before we max out the market. But given the thing here, we might, well, hang on. I'm gonna take a look at some things here while we wait for that to get analyzed. So, when it comes to multi-mixers, the order of the ingredients here is important, because when you combine them, it's how you combine them in their order that's ultimately extremely important. Now here, for example, if we, see, this is problematic right here. If, mixing these two together. Oh, yeah, man, you know what we would really need is a freaking centrifuge. A centrifuge would be beautiful between these things. Oh, this marked down one and then centrifuged it. That would... Okay, I think I know where I want to go with this. We have a potential for a super cure on our hands here, but we need a centrifuge to make it work. So never mind the multi-mixer. We're gonna look into the possibility of antidepressants, but looking at these, a centrifuge is what's going to make these two ingredients sing. That and a shaker. A centrifuge and a shaker. But we will, well, first off, let's get our, well, no, we don't have enough things for it. Oh, the other thing is I put 4 scientists on getting globalization, and also 4 scientists on getting ourselves a cryogenic condenser. But we are going to make our way over to the centrifuge as soon as we get our scientists up, and also getting some shakers over there. Because I have a master plan for that. I can see a super awesome cure. So yeah, ultimately what we want to do here, yeah, we're just burning away this new ingredient here and learning the good stuff. All right, fatigue, meh. And then we got ourselves pins and needles, meh. Not really what I'm hoping for. I want to know what the antidepressant sweet spot is, because it could very well potentially be a really good widespread level 1 cure. Actually, speaking of level 1 cure, antidepressant, market size is decent. It's not humongous, but it's, ooh, wow, Mozzie Beater? What the hell is Mozzie Beater? Oh, anti-malarial. What the heck is that kind of name is Mozzie Beater? Is Mozzie a nickname for malaria? I don't know. Whatever, dude. You rock your level 3 cures all day long. Be my guest. But yeah, I'm going to continue feeding this just so we can learn the hotspot of urinary retention, because, well, that's kind of going to be important. Because if it's right on the sweet spot there. Oh, game! God dang it! It is on the hotspot. 15-15. So you're happy, but you can't pee. Game, why you do this to me? Not to mention it causes fatigue is right on top of it, although it's much weaker. If we're going to make antidepressants work for us, we're going to really need to soup up our creamer. Like, really, really soup it up. Like, max this thing out. So when we get enough to upgrade points, we'll and max out the creamer, then we'll look into that. For the time being, I think we're just going to buy ourselves another plot. Stop buying that stuff. Make ourselves one more female contraceptive line because, well, we can. No one's fighting over the market for us. And an agglomerator. And ionizer. 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 Double dissolver. Double dissolver. Double dissolver. There we go. That's better. And then we go pill printer. Pill printer. And that should be all she wrote. Alright, now for these two, well, you know what? Let's make an experimental antidepressant line here, where we send it through 2 evaporators. Actually, in that case, it probably should be on this side. We send it through 2 evaporators, we put it through a creamer, and we see what the drug value shakes out to be. And since we've got some upgrade points, we'll throw one in here. Import. Globalization has been researched. That leads me to my next favorite tech here, and we'll hire another scientist for this bad boy. Outsourcing. The evil outsourcing. Drive all of our researchers and explorers' wages down so that we can keep more of our money. It's evil. I know. It is evil. That's the whole reason I went there. To be evil. Wahaha. 4, and we're not really utilizing anything else to a super heavy extent yet, so I'll hold on to those upgrade points. In the meantime, actually, let's have our explorers well exploring. What else can we do in the liver medication, digestion? The jewel fly will give us a for skin medication. Not a big fan of skin medication, really, though. Digestion's not bad. Liver's okay. Especially, it's great if it comes with its own 2-dot catalyst, which it does not. We'd have to mix it. Let's go for digestion. Oh, why not? Let's just start knocking them out so we have the options in case we need to get some extra mix-ins. Shake Stomper. That sounds like anti-seizure. Yeah. Well, you guys are going for the big cures here. I am impressed. We are sticking more to the garden level stuff, at least until I can get my centrifuge gambit pulled off. Once I pull that off, we're going to be rocking our own big McLarge cure. Alright, so you are, yeah, sweet spot antidepressant, 63 a pop. right now. We'll see how the drug values shake out, though. Shear amplifier, P retainer, and tired thing. The only thing we're not including is the pins and needles. Headache stomper, good for you. The AI is always so slow to go for creamers. I am unsure why. Alright, 6 months on that stuff. Still not sure what I want to spend these for on. Possibly the multi-mixer. Yeah, advanced auxiliary, we're going to want to get that, and the centrifuge. As soon as cryogenic condenser comes online here. Let's pay off our loan. Yeah, look at that. Look at this beast. Look at this beast. $325,000. Now we're getting into the later game type of loans that we can get here. We're not ready to take this monster, but at a time we may very well want to take that monster. Granted, we are making 710 a day. So at this point, we're not necessarily latched on the teat of the banking system in order to do our expansions. We can legitimately sit on our butts and accumulate some cash here. What is... So we're at C plus already, but we're at D and D minus for the others. Yeah, I think just getting that creamer souped up. We need more scientists. Just all in all, more scientists. Because I want the points to be generated. I need 8 of these bad boys. Let's get a 4th one going here. Ooh! Oh! Hello! We got ourselves a freebie, an unadvertised freebie. So this one has the has this plus that plus that. Nice. Still doesn't really work for me. And these guys are already jumping all over the place with that. But yeah, it's still good to have in my repertoire. We're just going to snap up the ingredients here as we see them. Just so we have a base library of cures here. And in this case, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to make use of my drug packer with these things, because you know what, 65 a pop, even baseline, that's not bad, and we can get better. We can get better with it. So we're gonna start drug packing this stuff up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this around, or rather, we're gonna be doing some modifications here. So this one's gonna start. I know it's a little awkward on the angle. There you go. So these 2 bad boys. And we will grab our wayward drug packer here. That works. Yeah, because for these things, now we can really make the drug packer do its thing. Because these are much smaller production lines. So you... are poorly placed. Still fairly poorly placed, but eh. Alright, evaporator. There we go. Get ourselves a creamer. And another packer. Go Packers. And with this one's going to be running up to the top here. Like so. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this actually. Actually, we could probably We're gonna make this our final destination, like that. So this one's gonna be one more input slot for our antidepressant medication. And yeah, we're gonna keep you hugging the wall here because we need the space for that. One more creamer. That works. And another drug packer. Perfect. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make the drug packer work for you. I'm going to have you join up here. Lovely. Alright, let's get some antidepressants going. Antidepressants. And antidepressant. So, normally this 3 lines of antidepressants would require 6 slots total. 1 input, 1 output. 1 input, 1 output. 1 input, 1 output. Instead, we have 1, 2, 3 inputs, 1 output. We have saved ourselves 2 slots. So what's going to ultimately do is these drug packing machines will pack up three drugs into a single item on the belt. So therefore you can have 3 of them feeding onto a belt and ultimately out this socket. The socket can still only export 1 item per day, but that item can contain up to 3 different drugs inside of it. So we can actually make use of it here. Yeah, this one's going to sit idle here for a second. But eventually these are going to be filling up the aisle here. And then after these start going out the door, we'll see what our drug thing goes here. And this one I did make. Yep, that made that one properly. So that's adding to our bottom line. Yeah, our profits knocked down for a little bit. We haven't gotten our full throughput here yet. But we will. We will soon. So eventually, once all these lines merge, you can see this line is kicking out 2 every 3 cycles, and then this one's adding in the 3rd. Yeah, that one's going to have to wait a moment. Or that's going to wait a moment. But the point of the matter is that it's all going to be making its way out here. So yeah, cheer amplifier times 3. And we got ourselves a blur's vision. Fine. We are almost up to being able to upgrade our creamer. Also almost done with our cryogenic condenser. Sweet. Yeah, because if we can get that drug rating kicked up another notch, that's going to multiply itself across a lot of our stuff. Alright, cryogenic condenser get. I'll wait for that 8th point before I assign them to advanced auxiliary. There it goes. Creamer, get. Advanced auxiliary, get. Well, I'll leave these 3 guys on there to cook more points for me. And now that we're actually utilizing a lot more of this stuff, I can... Yeah, I'll wait for one more upgrade point and get another upgrade here, so my cost is nice and low. $734, not too shabby. Let's take a look at our ultimate cure rating here. Uh-oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What am I... Did I miss one? It must have been just an anomaly. I was about to say, yeah, see, we're already up to a B+ here with the moods improved, but the side effects are what's really they're what's holding it back. So we just really need to knock back the side effects, and the cure rating will be allowed to rise. And having a really powerful creamer is good on its own. Alright, what a... asthma. What, not another level 3 cure for you? Boy, he's got cures all over the freaking place. Well, his migraine crusher he patented a while back. Understandably so. Okay, so... Alright, we got our researches going here. Oh yeah, we gotta get some guys into the shaker. Cryogenic condenser. Well, we'll take a look at that and see if we can do anything with that in our next episode. It's going to take a while for us to get to our centrifuge, but trust me, it should be really fun once we get there. We're almost done with our outsourcing, too. We can start knocking our costs down there even further. So if you like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.